Good evening, everyone. Welcome to our celebration of the 2025 Fort Lee High School Boys Soccer Program Senior Night. It's a really great night to honor all our seniors and their families for all their contributions to the soccer program. Before we begin, special thanks to the Board of Education, Superintendent of Schools Ms. Colazzo, and the school administration for their continued support of the soccer program. A lot of the things we do in our program can't be pulled off without our parents. Thanks to all of our parents for their support. It wouldn't have been possible without you. We would also like to thank Inso Kang, Hazal Tufan, and Leslie Verolis, members of the varsity soccer team, for helping to make posters and decorating senior night. In addition, thanks to Athletic Director Michael Raftery, his secretary Helen Altamura, Athletic Trainer Tom Herr, and Mrs. Main for all their support. He has been a great addition to the management team, helping with training and filming the games. He does the little things without being asked to do so by the coaching staff. He is a great teammate and will be missed next year. First-year manager Omar Judet. If there was an award given for the best manager in all fall sports, it would be Inso. A strong communicator, highly organized and detail-oriented, with excellent problem-solving and leadership skills. She comes to practices and games well prepared to take notes, record time, help set up equipment for practice, set up the film for the team in the film room, and help take attendance. And yes, she updated the team roster this year, and we've been getting lots of compliments from opposing coaches for how nice our roster looks. 3-year manager Inso Kang. He is a first-year varsity player, the big man at top. He has improved greatly as a player since his arrival. A versatile player who plays both ways and has a nose for the ball. He has been a great addition to the team. The big man on campus, all the way from Canada, senior forward Desar Elezi. He is an opportunistic player who loves to get forward when on the attack and hit top bins. A 2-year varsity letter winner with a 3.8 GPA. One of his favorite memories was getting pizza with the team after winning the league title last year. Something the team may not know is that he is an avid snowboarder. Senior midfielder Nathan Vigodner. A tough midfield player who is always looking to take one more touch, one more dribble instead of making one more pass to unbalance the opponent. He has contributed 5 goals and 2 assists this season. He has a 3.6 GPA and is a 2-year varsity letter winner. His favorite memories with the team were winning the league title last season. Something the team doesn't know about him is that he is Colombian and Russian. Emmanuel Nitkin. He is a solid two-way player, an agile and powerful player inside and outside the box, the breakout star of the season. He went from scoring 6 goals last year to now leading the team in scoring with 13 goals and 5 assists. Despite missing the first 2 years with the team, he is the first player in Fort Lee recorded history to score a hat trick against rival Cliffside Park at Cliffside. He has a 3.75 GPA and is a 2-year varsity letter winner. His favorite memory with the team is scoring a hat trick against Cliffside Park. Something the team doesn't know about him is that he likes to DJ in his free time. Senior forward, Lucian Yu. He had a setback as a freshman with a season-ending injury. However, he was motivated to push on and overcame adversity by returning to play his sophomore and junior years. Again, another season-ending injury stuck in the spring of his senior year, but his resilience set the tone for his recovery. A 3-year varsity starter with a 3.5 GPA, a strong midfield player who is vocal and demands his teammates play tough. He has good feet and great control. He moves gracefully on the field. His ability to see potential passes sets him apart. He has a good understanding of the game and generally where teammates are located on the field and is able to link up passes. His favorite memory with the team is beating Cliffside Park at home his sophomore year by a last-minute goal with the game-winning assist. Senior midfielder, Landon Kaplan. The anchor on defense with a 3.5 GPA, a 3-year varsity letter. He can be counted on to make game-winning saves. A good role model and a mentor to young goalkeepers. He has improved greatly over the course of 4 years. His favorite memory with the team was his junior year, beating Pascack Valley in the first round of the county tournament. Something that the team doesn't know about him is that he speaks fluent French and Turkish. Senior goalkeeper, Ilias Alkin. Defends well, moves well, he is physical and became a true center back. After realizing how athletic he is and what kind of problems he can cause defenders, we agreed to move him to forward this year. He did not disappoint, as he is the 3rd leading scorer for the Bridgemen. A 4-year varsity letter winner with a 3.6 GPA. One of his favorite memories with the team is laughing with teammates while making senior night posters last year for the seniors. Something the team may not know about him is that he is one of the best golfers in the Big North. Ishan Talapian. Coaches and teammates know what an important contributor he is to the team. He sets the example by practicing hard. He can be counted on to do the dirty work, like marking opponents' best players. A 4-year varsity starter with a 3.7 GPA. Moved from the fullback position to center back to strengthen the defense. A strong defender with an insane throw. One of his favorite memories with the team was dumping water on Coach Curto after celebrating and securing the league title. Something the team probably doesn't know about him is he cuts hair, and most of the senior soccer players go to him for haircuts. Senior defender Kenta Watanabe. He is the reason Fort Lee is competitive this year. He has a 3.8 GPA and is a 4-year varsity letter winner. He is extremely athletic, and he came to the program as an outside midfielder / striker. After realizing how athletic he was, he agreed to play center back and crushed it his junior year, receiving first team All-League and third team All-County honors. He has been the heart and soul of the defense the past 3 years, the type of center back you want for your program. His favorite memory with the team is bus rides back after winning an away game and then getting food with the team after. Something the team doesn't know about him is that he plays center defensive midfielder for his club team. Senior defender Michael Conte. A playmaker at heart, always looking to make the next pass instead of scoring the next goal. 4-year varsity starter with a 4.2 GPA. It is very encouraging to see when he runs through midfield and is able to push forward and deliver a dangerous pass. He is a 4-year varsity player for the Bridgemen, a returning second-team All-League player in the Big North American Division. One of his favorite memories with the team is the traditional preseason IHOP breakfast, which started his sophomore year. Something that the team doesn't know about him is that in elementary school, he dyed his hair purple. Senior midfielder Grant Kang. He is the standard with a 4.0 GPA and a 4-year varsity letter winner. After a season-ending injury his sophomore year, he led his team from the sideline with the same dedication and energy as on the field, demonstrating that leadership is about influence, not just presence. He overcame adversity by returning to play and being named team captain for the 2nd year in a row, his junior year, earning first team All-League and honorable mention All-County honors for his skill, composure, and competitive drive. The team continues to succeed because of the standard he sets every day. He leads with humility, competes with heart, and gives 100% in everything he does. He is the type of student-athlete coaches hate to lose to graduation. His favorite memory with the team is beating Cliffside Park away and getting Chipotle to celebrate. Something the team doesn't know about him is that he has a sport editing TikTok account with over 160,000 followers. Senior defender Gordon Chen. At this time, the Fort Lee Athletic Department would like to congratulate the Dwight Morrow seniors and wish them the best of luck in their future endeavors. Fans of Dwight Morrow and Fort Lee, let's give our seniors one more round of applause for their dedication to their programs. Congratulations to all. And with all the pageantry complete, we have a boys varsity soccer game to get to. The Fort Lee Bridgman Athletics varsity soccer team is hosting the Maroon Raiders of Dwight Morrow. Both teams have taken the pitch. You see the Maroon Raiders in their road whites, and the numbers are also white, making it very difficult to see. And then on the opposite side, to the left of your screen, you see the pink-clad Fort Lee Bridgman. October is Breast Cancer Awareness Month, so you see on the bottom of their kits, they have their typical black and orange uniforms, and then black numbers with their pink tops, trying to start things off fast following the Senior Day festivities. Do hope you tuned in for them. If not, welcome to the broadcast on YouTube as we live stream this soccer game. This is not only senior night, but also a big North American divisional matchup between the Bridgmen of Fort Lee and the Maroon Raiders of Dwight Morrow. Out of the 5 teams in the big North American, Fort Lee is in first place. This leading pass for Ishan Talapian goes out of play. Fort Lee 9-3 on the season, including 5-1 in division. They have lost back-to-back games, but still 5-1 in division. That puts them 1 game ahead of Cliffside Park at 4-2. Dwight Morrow enters this one 4-2-1 in division. The Maroon Raiders did come away victorious the first time these teams matched up this year. That was back on September 18th, obviously at Dwight Morrow as Fort Lee hosts today. The Maroon Raiders came away with a 1-0 victory. That was Fort Lee's only loss this year before their most recent 2 affairs. So again, Dwight Morrow 4-2-1 in division, 7-4-2 overall this season, and they also lost their most recent game. 40-minute halves, so we're not quite 2 minutes into this one here at the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex in Fort Lee, New Jersey. You'll notice the new scoreboard, which is completed. And I have to say, it looks very nice. This pass goes back to the Fort Lee senior goalkeeper, Elias Alkin. Looks to get his team started. This will go all the way to the Dwight Morrow goalkeeper, clad in green with the rest of his team wearing white. Elias Alkin wearing gray as the rest of his team wears their pink kit. Some fancy footwork. That pass was blocked by a Bridgman. Neither team getting a real good foothold here. That was a weak shot or pass attempt by number 9 on Dwight Morrow. That was Anderson Rodriguez. Now this one sent high in the air by number 2. That's Ari Sanuk Stella Cruz. The Maroon Raiders are going to have an opportunity here, and it will be Sanuk Stella Cruz starting the Maroon Raiders off. Sent wide of the net right to Elias Alkin. According to NJ.com, this is Alkin's 6th game in net this season. 24 saves on the year for the Bridgmen. Long pass ahead to number 10, Lucian Yu, Fort Lee's leading goal scorer, looking for a pass. He has Talapian, and we have a whistle. I believe Fort Lee getting called for being offsides there. Not sure if Talapian was the one who was offsides or if that was not number 8, but number 9. Dwight Morrow trying to make something happen here. Good defense by Fort Lee prevents that from being the case, and now Talapian has it. Battling a couple Maroon Raiders. He goes down. In the corner, battle is going to be won by Michael Conte. He will give it to Ilias Alkin, and the Bridgeman will get started. Senior Nathan Vagodner sending it back to his goalkeeper, trying to get Fort Lee started, and now here go Vagodner and the Bridgeman. A little more than 5 minutes into this one. Lead pass for Lucian Yu, just barely out of his reach. Now a long pass ahead for a Maroon Raider. Bridgeman get back defensively. Shot saved, Ilias Alkin. What a fantastic save by the Fort Lee goalkeeper. And now we get a whistle, and it's going to go the other way. Pass knocked away by a Bridgeman. Now here is Landon Kaplan battling for it. Number 9 spinning and passing along to a teammate, but it's a little too far out of his reach. Looking for Desar Elezi, another senior. We're going to be calling the seniors' names a lot tonight. Shot towards net. Save. Rebound opportunity. Covered up. Talapian was right there for the putback, but the Maroon Raider goaltender had other ideas. According to NJ.com, Marlon Castro, number 99, and Chris Guzman, number 0, have both played parts of 12 games in goal for the Maroon Raiders. They've played 13 games with 7 wins, 4 losses, and a couple ties. Number 6, Gordon Chang knocked that one away. The Maroon Raiders still controlled for a while. Now Fort Lee going the other way with it. Near the sideline, we get a whistle. That's going to be out on Dwight Morrow. Again, Dwight Morrow in white tonight. Fort Lee in pink as we get a throw in. That goes over the head of Alesi. Another Bridgman trying to control it, but it will go out of play. I do believe that is Castro, number 99, in net for the Maroon Raiders. That is sent out of play, and so it'll be thrown in again by Fort Lee. It's going to be not Emmanuel Nitkin, but a teammate of his. And Fort Lee will get started. This is Michael Conte with it. The senior Conte passing it to the senior Cheng. Long pass ahead to the senior Yu. Now Yu trying to settle things down. He leads Fort Lee in goals and points this year. That pass attempt by Kento Watanabe was blocked by a Maroon Raider. His pass goes to a member of Dwight Morrow. Shot sent towards net, handled by Ilias Alkin. That should be a second save for Alkin. Now here's Grant Kang with it. His pass doesn't get to Kaplan. Intercepted by Sinuks. Now a pass for Sinuks. Sharp angle try. And it goes off of Conte and out of play. We're going to have our first corner kick opportunity of the night, just about 10 minutes into this one. Headed away by a Bridgman. Now kicked away by another one. Good defense there by Fort Lee. This one is sent towards net, and it goes over the net. Not by much, but no harm, no foul there. And we remain tied 0-0, 10 minutes into this one. Ilias Alkin, a long boot looking for Alesi. It's going to wind up on the foot of Lucian Yu. Lucian Yu getting around Matthias Albarracin, number 14. Long pass ahead for Talapian. Talapian gets by his defender. Another fender knocks it out of play. Another defender, not fender. Good defense there by Castro. Also, a couple Maroon Raiders. Talapian got by one of them. Another one was right there to knock that ball out of play. So now we're going to have our first corner kick opportunity for the Bridgman. It's going to be Grant Kang. And we got a whistle in the middle of that play, so I don't think it would have counted even if the ball did go in there. But it did not, and so we play on. That'll go out of play. Conte and Bermudez, Andrea Bermudez, number 12, were both after it. Now here is Bermudez losing it to Landon Kaplan. Gets it back. That pass went to number 9, Anderson Rodriguez. Now we're at a different part of the field. Nitkin after it. He doesn't get to it, but it goes out of play. So Nitkin will give to Watanabe, who will throw in. He was looking for Alesi, doesn't get it to him. Nathan Vagodner is knocked down by a Maroon Raider, so that'll stop play, and Fort Lee will head the other way. Little more than 12 minutes gone by. No score between the Maroon Raiders and the Bridgman. Michael Conte will get us started. The senior defender sends it all the way to net. Almost like a volleyball player, kind of punted up in the air by the goalkeeper. Fort Lee still controls, though. This is Kaplan with it. Kaplan has it knocked off his foot as he was trying to blow by a defender. Kaplan will not throw in. Watanabe will, with Grant Kang and Kaplan in the area. Watanabe launches it.
Headed towards net and handled by Castro. Watanabe again, looking for Lucian Yu, sent the other way by a member of Dwight Morrow. Nitkin gets it back. Pass back to Nitkin. Emmanuel Nitkin to the side of the goal. We get a whistle here as Ilezi and Vigadner will both sit. Demba Main has lots of good players on this team, not just an impressive group of seniors, as you could imagine by them being in first place. Again, their 1-0 loss at Dwight Morrow, the only divisional loss of the year for the Bridgemen. A couple players go down, we play on. This is Yu with it, trying to get around Albarracin. He does, gets it to Talapian, slide tackle. That should be off Dwight Morrow. It will not be. Pass ahead to Bermudez, battling multiple Bridgemen. A nice kick behind the back. This is Sunnix with it. Sunnix loses the battle to Conte. Conte to Kaplan. Running up the sideline. Nice defensive play there by a member of Dwight Morrow. The Maroon Raiders go the other way with it. Fancy footwork by number 8, Darwin Sanchez. Gets it to Sunnix. Centering pass gets by several players, and it is sent back. Handled by Sanchez. That passes to no one in particular. It will go out of play, and Fort Lee will go the other way with it. I believe the intended target there was number 7, Jamie Torres. Torres is after it now, but Ilias Alkin boots it away. 2 saves by my count for Ilias Alkin. Number 11, Woojin Chun into the game for Fort Lee, along with number 4, Noah Diaz. Ball sent out of play by Dwight Morrow, and we'll have a throw-in for Demba Main's squad. So a senior starting lineup for Demba Main here on senior night. Now you have Chun and Diaz in there, a couple of sophomores for Fort Lee, looking for their 10th win of the year. This throw-in leads to a scrum, and Dwight Morrow is going to be able to control and go the other way with it. Good footwork there by Albarracin. Now Conta playing defense. Good slide tackle. Fantastic defensive play by Conta. We remain tied 0-0. Lucian Yu battling for it. And Albarracin will control. They're going to say it was Yu who used his hands too much there against Albarracin. Everybody gets set. About 17 minutes gone by here in this one. Albarracin. Right to Ilias Alkin. A long boot with the left foot for Alkin. It gets by Nitkin, now sent the other way. This is Andrea Bermudez with it. Long pass ahead, gets over his teammate's head, and on one hop, Alkin handles it. Just rolls it along to Diaz, who looks to get started. Fakes out a player, and Noah Diaz looking for a teammate. Ball popped in the air, sent the other way. Grant Kang after it. Controlled here by Dwight Morrow. That pass was broken up by Gordon Cheng. Now Kaplan sending it the other way. Lucian Yu, Fort Lee's leading goal scorer, looking for Nitkin. His pass did not quite get to Nitkin, and the Maroon Raiders head the other way. Once again, Alkin easily handles. Here is Noah Diaz with it. Gets it to Grant Kang. Kang tied for the team lead with 5 assists on the year. This is Talapian with it. Defender grabbing his jersey. That has to be a whistle. Should have been a whistle earlier, quite frankly. And a yellow card has been assessed to a Maroon Raider. He'll have to go off. Got beat by Talapian, resorted to grabbing and yanking on his jersey. So that player will head off. And it'll be Grant Kang doing the honors for Fort Lee. Along with his 5 assists, Kang has 2 goals on the year. One of the seniors honored before we started play. Not quite halfway through the first half. Kang sends it towards net. Headed up in the air by a teammate. Now battling for it. They get past Yurick Blanco. And the Maroon Raiders survive. This is Conte with it. Blanco trying to give it back to Conte. He runs into, that's number 9, so he ran into Anderson Rodriguez of Dwight Morrow. "20 minutes down, 20 minutes left to go in the first half. Michael Conte just past the midfield point. Castro will handle it on one hop. Dwight Morrow looking for their 8th win of the year. Fort Lee looking for their 10th. That goes out of play, and so it'll go right back to the Bridgeman. Looking for Lucian Yu on the throw-in, didn't quite get it to him. The Maroon Raiders trying to make something happen here. And we get a whistle blowing that play dead. They tried a little too hard there. Cheng will throw in for Fort Lee. Blanco is shed by Albarracin. Passes it to a teammate. Shot sent towards net. Alkin handles it on a hop. And with another Maroon Raider right in his face, he just picks it up and chucks it away. Woojin Chun was looking for Yu on that pass. Did not get it to him. And Dwight Morrow controls. Sent towards net. No harm, no foul there. But Alkin handles and slows things down a little bit here. Noah Diaz is knocked down, and that leads to a whistle. We've seen more infractions tonight committed by the Maroon Raiders than by the Bridgemen. That includes the one yellow card that we saw. That pass for Gordon Cheng doesn't get to him. Cheng battling a Maroon Raider. Michael Conte's slide tackle fails. Cheng still defending. This shot attempt goes over everything, including the net. Good pass by Bermudez to Jamie Castro, or Torres Castro, I should say, and Torres sent it over the net. So that should be a shot, but not an official shot on goal. A little more than 17 minutes remaining in the first half. 0-0. These teams played a low-scoring game the last time they met up. Again, a 1-0 victory by Dwight Morrow back in September. Marlon Castro. This will be handled by Fort Lee. Nitkin to you. Lead pass for Woojin Chun. Chun gets to it. Cannot keep it in play. Fans, don't forget to support the Athletic Booster Club sponsors for Fort Lee here in this 2025-26 school year. The Fort Lee PBA, Cafaso's Fairway Market, The Finest Construction, the Fort Lee Soccer Club, Rusin and Doru Electric, the Bridgman Basketball Camp, the Fort Lee VFW, Visions Federal Credit Union, It's Greek to Me, Connect One Bank, the Bergen Black Sox, Senator Builders, UCS Strength and Speed, the Collective Salon, and the Fort Lee Education Association. Thank you to our proud sponsors. Thank you to everybody who makes these games and streams possible. And thank you for tuning in tonight on a Tuesday night as the Fort Lee Bridgman boys soccer team is tied with Dwight Morrow. Looking to improve to 6-1 in division this year. Gordon Chang, two-man action with Michael Conte, but Conte just knocks it out of play. I don't think he meant to do that. And we'll get a throw-in for Dwight Morrow. That was tossed in by Albarracin. He gets it back, keeps it in play. This is essentially a corner kick. And he sends it out of play. Good defense there by Gordon Chang. Under 15 minutes to go in the first half. And Conte has it for the Bridgmen. Chang with the long pass ahead. Headed ahead by Talapian. Doesn't quite get to Nitkin. Yu steps around a defender. That pass doesn't get to Woojin Chun. Headed back by Blanco, and his teammate will control. Cheng headed it to the opposition. I believe this is Albarracin with it. He finds a teammate. That's Torres. Jamie Torres sends it over the goal again. So Alkin will start us off here. Yurick Blanco. Looking for Talapian. His pass doesn't get to its intended target, but Grant Kang is there. Kang looking for Chun. Passes it back to a teammate. Now Blanco has it. And that's going to be handled by Marlon Castro. 27 minutes gone by, little under 13 minutes remaining in the first half. That goes over Blanco's head. Chang looks to get it to him. Now it's Albarracin looking for a teammate. He has that teammate. A swarm of Bridgman defenders. Shot goes over Conte's head, but Ilias Alkin is right there. Pass gets by Blanco. Popped high in the air by Noah Diaz. It'll go out of play. Dwight Morrow to throw in. Sunux settles. Gets around a couple Bridgmen. Knocked out of harm's way by a Bridgman. Dwight Morrow backs up, but they still control. Albarracin, nowhere near anything. No teammates, not Alkin, not the goal. And Alkin will start off in the box. Still more than 11 minutes to go here in the first half. Alkin looking for you, but it's controlled by Dwight Morrow. Albarracin with it now. Can't get past Grant Kang. Kang finds you. Here is Lucian Yu with it. The senior, Fort Lee's leading goal scorer. Yu gets around a defender and sends it towards Castro, who handles. That gets by Yurick Blanco. Here is Giovanni Ortiz with it. He finds a teammate. Gets it back from him. But now Conte controls for the Bridgman. Gets rid of it. Blanco. Talapian trying to control it, but it's Sunux with it. He looks for a teammate. We play on as a Bridgman goes down. It'll wind up on the foot of Blanco. Yurick Blanco, a long pass ahead. Yu tried to settle it down, but could not. Gets back in the play and takes it away. Yu looking for Blanco, doesn't quite get to him, and Blanco inadvertently knocks down Sunux, which leads to a whistle. No intentionality there, no yellow card, but Sunux and Dwight Morrow will control here with under 10 minutes to go in the first half. Chun heads this one in the air, now heads it down for Nitkin. Nitkin goes around a defender, trying to outrun him. Nitkin goes down. So does the defender. I believe that was number 15, Jonathan Molina. But like I said, it is a little difficult to see these Dwight Morrow numbers. It's going to be a corner kick for the Bridgman, and handling it in the corner will be Gordon Cheng. The clock is stopped with 8:40 remaining, as we're going to have a substitution. And this is how the goalkeepers manage to play every game for head coach George M. Geraldo. I believe this is their other goaltender, Christopher Guzman, coming in. So Guzman replaces Castro. And now here we go. Cheng from the corner. Kenta Watanabe trying to settle it down. Chun after it. Gets it to Kanta. Two-man action. Ball still in play. And Dwight Morrow controls. It went out of play with Torres right there. So it'll be Kanta. Yes, Kanta throwing in for the Bridgeman. He gets it to Lucian Yu. Now gets it back from Yu. Gets it to Nitkin, who loses it briefly. Yu stepping around a defender. Yu gets it to Chun, who gets it to Nitkin, and we have a whistle. Someone on Fort Lee did something they weren't supposed to do, and so Dwight Morrow survives that scrum in front of the net. Headed the other way by Grant Kang. Somehow Noah Diaz got not his arm, but some other part of his body on that. Still nobody really able to control right here. Looked like Fort Lee was going to break out there, but they did not. Ball in no man's land. Nitkin after it. Ball goes out of play, pops up into the stands. This will be thrown in by Albarracin of Dwight Morrow. A scrum right around the box. Ball still in play. Shot attempt. Stays in play after it goes off a Bridgman. And now out of play. That'll be off Fort Lee. And so we're going to have a throw-in. Both sides still battling for it. A Maroon Raider goes down. Woojin Chun also hits the deck. That shot attempt goes past everybody. Might have just been trying to center it. Now it's Grant Kang with it. Fort Lee going to look to control and go the other way. Lucian Yu racing across the field. Weird angle there for Talapian. His shot stays on the ground and goes harmlessly out of play. The second goalkeeper, which again I believe is Guzman, is still in there for Dwight Morrow. One of his teammates is slow to get up, and we have a stoppage of the clock with 5 minutes and 17 seconds remaining in the first half. George M. Geraldo makes a substitution. Another of his players comes out with injury. Andrea Bermudez steps back on the pitch. Giovanni Ortiz, number 13, will sit. And Dwight Morrow will get things started. Still more than 5 minutes to go, just in the first half. Another low-scoring affair between Dwight Morrow and Fort Lee. Pass intercepted by Kanta. He looks to get it to Woojin Chun, who finds Yu. Chun back from Yu. Stopping and starting. Getting by multiple players. Fort Lee does lose it. That pass is intercepted by Kang. Kang looking for a teammate. He's got him. They pass it back to Diaz. Shot sent past Nitkin. Doesn't make it to the net. It's back to Diaz. Slides and makes a nice pass to Kang. Now Michael Conte controls. Conte gets it to Chun, who is battling a Maroon Raider. That's Sunux. Battling another Maroon Raider. That's Albarracine, and he settles it down. Nitkin trying to get back in the play. Now here's Kang with it. Kang finds Lucian Yu. Stopping and starting. Now going the other way. Lucian Yu to Nitkin. Nitkin from a sharp angle. Centering try. Almost, but not quite. A Maroon Raider defender was right there. Diaz with it again. Now Kang. Kang looking for a teammate. Here is Landon Kaplan with it. Battling in the corner. Finds a teammate in front of the net. Another survival of a dangerous moment for Dwight Morrow. Slide tackle attempt from Kang fails. This pass, headed in the air, headed towards net. It goes out of play. Things opening up a little bit here in the final minutes of the first half. Ilias Alkin sends it to Chun. Gives it back to a teammate. Here's Conte. Passing it ahead. Controlled by Dwight Morrow. That gave Kaplan a chance to settle it down. Kang's pass. Doesn't quite get to Talapian. It stays in play. Fort Lee does control here. Here's Kang with it. He was looking for Chun. Doesn't get to him, and it goes out of play. A member of the Bridgemen is going to have to throw in. Still about 100 seconds remaining in the first half. We are tied here at the Sugarman Sport Complex. Kenta Watanabe launches it towards net. And there for the save is Guzman. Lucian Yu was right there looking for his 14th goal, but it wasn't to be. Headed down by Kang, but it was settled by Rodriguez for Dwight Morrow. Now here's Bermudez losing it with Chang and Chun playing defense for the Bridgemen. Corner kick opportunity. Dwight Morrow wastes as little time as possible. Woo Jin Chun playing defense here. Playing good defense. At least one more opportunity here for the Bridgemen. Alkin boots it, and we have a whistle. Fort Lee will control, but we are now in the last half minute of the first half. Fort Lee, one last rush. This is Nitkin with it. Knocked away by a defender, and that is how the first half will end. Only one goal scored the last time these teams met. We are tied 0-0 at the half. Do stick around. The second half of senior night action is coming up next. Tommy Aquilina back here with you at the Dr. Allen W. Sugarman Sports Complex. Second half coming up between the Fort Lee Bridgman boys soccer team and the Dwight Morrow Maroon Raiders. Divisional matchup. Second time these teams are playing this year. A 1-0 victory for Dwight Morrow back on September 18th. That is Fort Lee's only divisional loss of the year. Landon Kaplan, one of the seniors honored in the senior night festivities, sends a pass along to another senior, Ishan Talapian, who's unable to control, and it goes out of play. A lot of seniors on this Fort Lee roster. Nathan Vagodner injured, but we still have Gordon Cheng, Desar Alezi, Landon Kaplan, the goalkeeper, Ilias Alkin, Kento Watanabe, Ishan Talapian, Lucian Yu, Emmanuel Nitkin, Grant Kang, and Michael Conte. Another good opportunity in front of the net for Fort Lee. We remain scoreless. Dwight Morrow, 4-2-1 in division this year. This one is sent towards net, and it is handled by Ilias Alkin. Wearing a black kit now instead of gray. This is Grant Kang with it for the Bridgman. Long pass ahead for Nitkin, who is tripped up. So we get a whistle. Who's going to start off for Fort Lee here? Kaplan or someone else? It's going to be someone else, and I believe it's going to be Grant Kang. Kang, number 8. 2 goals and a team leading 5 assists on the season. The Bridgmen get set up. Kang. Headed in! What a fantastic shot! What a fantastic header by Lucian Yu, and the Fort Lee Bridgmen take the lead. That was Ishan Talapian, not Lucian Yu, who headed that one in. For Talapian, that's his 4th goal of the season. The Bridgmen score for the first time this year against Dwight Morrow, and they lead this one 1-0, not even 3 minutes into the second half. That should be Kang's 6th assist of the year to lead the team, and Talapian's 4th goal. That gives Talapian 10 points on the season. You get 2 points for a goal and 1 for an assist, so that gives Kang and Talapian 10 points each, and more importantly, it gives Fort Lee a 1-0 lead in this divisional matchup. Basically a perfect setup by Kang, and then Talapian with the header. Now Dwight Morrow trails. This one goes out of play as Jonathan Molina and company are trying to change the fact that they're trailing. That was not a corner kick that Fort Lee scored off of. This is a corner kick for Dwight Morrow. And that's going to roll past just about everything. Michael Conte giving chase, but it is out off of the Maroon Raiders. Woo Jin Chun goes down. and the Maroon Raiders control. Dwight Morrow looking for something to open up. Emmanuel Nitkin is kind of dragged down a little bit. We play on. Noah Diaz looking for Kaplan. Kaplan's pass goes off of Albarracin and out of play. I believe it's going to be Kaplan throwing in for the Bridgeman. No, that was Kento Watanabe. Nitkin sends it back to Kang. Grant Kang. On a couple hops, it is handled by the Dwight Morrow goalkeeper. That gets by Kang. There are a couple more Bridgemen there, including Watanabe. Kento Watanabe was honored before tonight's game. Here is Lucian Yu with it. Yu to Kaplan to Nitkin. Emmanuel Nitkin. His shot was knocked down by a defender, lost a little bit of steam. It is sent out of play, but it will still be Fort Lee ball. Grant Kang leads the Bridgemen in assists. It is Lucian Yu who leads the team in points and goals. A throw in for the Bridgemen. Sharp angle try, misses. And that goes out of play. Nitkin has been right on the doorstep more than once tonight. Not on the stat sheet. It is a 1-0 lead for Fort Lee. Scoring at the 2:33 mark of the second half. Have to imagine Dwight Morrow will not go quietly. Really good defensive play there by Watanabe. Heads down that pass and gets his teammate Kang going the other way. This is Diaz with it. His pass to Kang gets past him and goes to a Maroon Raider. That was number 9, Anderson Rodriguez. Great defensive play by Conte. Strips the Maroon Raider of it. Slide tackle, and Conte loses it, but it goes out of play, and so a member of Fort Lee will throw in. Yu finds Kaplan. Kaplan trying to outrun a defender. That was good defense right there. Sent out of play, so the Bridgemen will still control. Watanabe makes his way over with a little bit of a hitch in his giddy-up. He will throw in for the Bridgemen. That was headed down by a Maroon Raider. Kaplan stepped up to take the shot, but it went way over everything. Dwight Morrow ball. About 8 minutes gone by, 32 remaining here in the second half. The pink-clad Bridgemen looking to hold on to this lead and improve to 6-1 in division on the season. This would be their 10th win of the year overall. Another lead pass to Kang, or Kaplan rather, I should say, and that's good defense by Dwight Morrow. Once again, Fort Lee ball. A corner kick here that Landon Kaplan will take. Headed towards the net, and in! This time it's Woo-Jin Chun with the header off the corner kick. 2-0 Fort Lee. Nine minutes and 1 second into the second half, Woo-Jin Chun doubles his goal total on the year and doubles the Fort Lee advantage. Kaplan the assist, Chun the goal, and after not scoring in their first game against Dwight Morrow, Fort Lee has scored twice in just over 9 minutes. 2-0 Bridgman, 30:59 remaining in the second half. That gives Chun 2 goals and 5 points on the season, and I believe that was Kaplan's first assist. On senior night, an assist for Grant Kang, a goal for Ishan Talapian, and now a goal for Woo-Jin Chun. Chun, not a senior. Chun, a sophomore. And then also points for Talapian, Kaplan, and Kang. Still plenty of time for Dwight Morrow to get back in this one. They have a free kick here. Handled nicely by Ilias Alkin. Even with the trickery, Fort Lee keeps Dwight Morrow off the board. 10 minutes down, 30 to go in the second half, and Fort Lee still has that multi-goal advantage. The Bridgemen, losers of back-to-back games. Their last one was 5 days ago against Wallington. Both of those losses came at home. Bergen County Tournament second round, 2-1 against Mahwah. And then 2 days after that, a 4-1 loss against Wallington, looking to end that losing streak and get to double-digit victories on the season. Dwight Morrow is hoping to avoid a losing streak. But the Bridgemen control here. Noah Diaz gets it to Kaplan. Kaplan racing down the sideline, stopping on a dime, looking for a teammate. Kaplan is knocked down. No call. Kaplan still maintains. Gets it back to Kang. And Kang sends it to Lucian Yu. Now Yu looking for a teammate. Sharp angle. No one was there. Nitkin thought Kaplan was behind him, but he wasn't. Now we get a whistle. And Dwight Morrow will control. A battle there between Kang and number 10, Esteban Rojas, for Dwight Morrow. We get a whistle. Rojas, one of the 2 leading scorers for Dwight Morrow, he and Jamie Torres both have 10 goals on the year. Albarracin gets away from a couple Bridgemen. And Nitkin gets whistled for knocking him down. Chun trying to control for the Bridgeman. He does. Gets a pass off to Yu. Lucian Yu trying to get past multiple Maroon Raiders. And he's unable to. Dwight Morrow trying to get back in this one, but the ball squirts loose, and Diaz handles it. He sends it out of play, so it'll be thrown in quite quickly by Yonelby Rosario, number 17 for Dwight Morrow. Opportunity there for Dwight Morrow. The shot goes out of play as a slide tackle was made by a Bridgman. Ilias Alkin settles down. And Dwight Morrow controls again. Albarracin heads it to himself. Tries to get around Woo Jin Chun, but is unable to. Or rather, Kang, not Chun. Kang not only takes it, he passes it to Yu. Here's Michael Kanta with it. Blowing by two defenders. Kanta looking for Talapian. He already has one goal. Talapian just barely over the net. Good try by Ishan Talapian. Wasn't meant to be there. Almost 15 minutes gone by here in the second half. Still more than 25 remaining. Fort Lee has a 2-goal lead that Nitkin is trying to build upon. And we get a whistle. Kaplan goes down, and now we have some chippiness in this one. Kang and Kanta stepping in to defend their teammates. And a little bit of a scrum here. The referees will attempt to keep the peace. We are now at the 15-minute mark of the second half. Kaplan has gotten a yellow card, which he doesn't agree with since he was the one who was originally knocked down. Dembamain will have to replace him, and he will with Yurick Blanco. So Kaplan off, Blanco on. And now Nitkin getting an explainer from the two referees. So that was fun. And now, back to our regularly scheduled programming. Long pass ahead for a Maroon Raider. Centering try is knocked down by Grant Kang. Kang right in the middle of the action all night here on senior night. Long pass ahead that Nitkin cannot get to. He knocks down a player but helps him up. That was unintentional. Good sportsmanship there. And also keeping things and tensions calm. Talapian takes it away, only momentarily. Here's Kang with it. That will get sent out of play off a Maroon Raider, and so Watanabe steps in to throw in. Watanabe throws it to Nitkin, who sheds a defender. Emmanuel Nitkin. His shot was blocked. Ball gets away from him, and Dwight Morrow goes out of play. And so Watanabe steps up again. Watanabe looking for Nitkin again. And they're going to say Nitkin pushed off Albarracin. It'll go the other way. About a minute and a half gone by since that scrum. 23 minutes and change remaining here in the second half. Fort Lee leads this one 2-0. on header goals off corner kicks from Ishan Talapian and Woojin Chun. Lead pass gets past Nitkin. Almost went over the goalie's head, but he handles. Fancy footwork there by Albarracin. But Dwight Morrow is playing too close to their own net now. Trying to break out and get on the board here in the second half. Kept in play by Molina. Blanco takes it from a Maroon Raider. Yu with it now. Yu to Chun, back to Grant Kang. Chun steps by a defender, but it goes out of play. Off that defender. Thrown in very quickly by Fort Lee. Chun after it. Chun looking for Talapian. Doesn't reach him. It'll be another corner kick opportunity for Fort Lee. The opposite side from the one where they scored both of their goals. Still not quite through, or halfway through the second half. On this corner kick opportunity, more of a line drive kick. Yu was after it. Now Yu handling the pass for him. Ball goes out off of Dwight Morrow. Another corner kick incoming, and it'll be Kang handling it again. Just over 21 minutes left to play in the second half. Ball is up. Everybody missed it. A couple Bridgemen tried to head it in. They missed it. The goalkeeper missed it. And it remains 2-0. Dwight Morrow will control. A member of Dwight Morrow is slow to get up, so we have a clock stoppage with 20 minutes and 42 seconds remaining in the second half. Want to thank our proud Bridgman Athletics sponsors, the Fort Lee PBA, Cafaso's Fairway Market, The Finest Construction, the Fort Lee Soccer Club, Rusin and Doru Electric, the Bridgman Basketball Camp, the Fort Lee VFW, Visions Federal Credit Union, It's Greek to Me, Connect One Bank, the Bergen Black Sox, Senator Builders, UCS Strength and Speed, the Collective Salon, and the Fort Lee Education Association. Thank you to all of our proud sponsors for this 2025-26 school year. Wow, we timed that out like perfectly. Let's go. Back in action as Fort Lee leads this one 2-0. Ilias Alkin not playing around. He handles that one with one Maroon Raider in the area. About halfway through the second half. Kang tried to settle that one down. Diaz heads it, but Albarracin controls. Albarracin battling Blanco. Taken away by Nitkin from behind. Yu to Nitkin. Nitkin racing ahead. Good slide tackle by Albarracin. Ends this play, but Fort Lee will throw in. Watanabe to throw in. Landon Kaplan checks back in for Demba Main. And Nitkin will get a breather. Headed up in the air with one hand, knocked away by Guzman. Fantastic play by the Dwight Morrow goalkeeper, keeping this one a 2-goal affair. Obviously, that's out of play off Dwight Morrow, so now the Bridgemen will get a corner kick. Same side as last time, same player as last time, Grant Kang. Talapian, Watanabe, Chun, Yu, and Kanta in front of the net. Once again, knocked away with one hand by Guzman. Gets away from everybody after that. Another clock stoppage. A brief one that time. Blanco, near the box, couldn't handle it. Here's Kang with it. Sends it back to a teammate, and Fort Lee will slow things down a little bit as they control. 18 minutes and change remaining in the second half. Fort Lee with a multi-goal advantage. Here's Lucian Yu with it. Gets around a defender. Gets around another defender. That defender stays in the play. Yu tries to get back in the play, but that'll be Dwight Morrow ball. Lucian Yu is going to get hit with a yellow card. Usually it takes a little bit more than that, but the referee also definitely wants to keep the chippiness at a minimum, as we've already had one scrum. So Yu, arguably the most dangerous Bridgeman, will sit. Desar Elezi will step onto the pitch for him. 17:35 remaining in the second half. Dwight Morrow looking to get back in this one. Rojas. Fancy footwork. Grant Kang battling on defense. And another stoppage. 17:08 remaining. I think we're going to have another yellow card assessed. This time it's not Kang. I believe that yellow card was given to Jamie Torres. So now Fort Lee's leading goal scorer is off the pitch. So is one of the two 10-goal scorers for Dwight Morrow. Still 17:08 to play. Here is Elezi with it. Slide tackle. Still remains with Fort Lee. Blanco looking for Elezi. Didn't quite get to him. Long pass ahead. Good defense by Watanabe. Boxes out the Maroon Raider. Very well done by Watanabe. And now Demba Main will make a substitution. He will send Yu back out there. Blanco will step off. And we're also going to see a substitution made by George M. Geraldo. He sends Sumuks back out there. Sunuks with an N, I apologize. Elezi trying to control. He cannot. Talapian gets it out of harm's way, but it is out of play off of Fort Lee, number 16. A throw-in for Dwight Morrow with under 16 minutes remaining in the second half. The Maroon Raiders trying to make something happen. Noah Diaz gets it out of there. Elezi wants to get it and run. Doesn't quite get there. sent out of play by the last line of defense for Dwight Morrow, not including Guzman. Watanabe to throw in for the Bridgeman. The long throw is kicked to the side by Alesi. Out of play, off Fort Lee. (2-0 Bridgeman, now with under 15 minutes to play. Dwight Morrow has to pick up the pace. Taken away by Conte. And now Conte loses it. That one stays in play. Here's Noah Diaz with it. Diaz gets it to Kang, who gets it to Kaplan. Kaplan has Alesi to his left. Fancy footwork by Kaplan. Looking for another teammate. Winds up back with Kaplan. Using Alesi as a decoy, or a bit of a shield. Kaplan goes down. Kaplan knocked down. Now Fort Lee is going to have a free kick. And a truly free one. No defenders in his way. Just Kaplan and Guzman going to battle. Kaplan already has an assist today. And now he has a goal. 3-0 Fort Lee. Landon Kaplan on senior night. A goal and an assist. 3-0 Bridgeman. 13:35 remaining in the second half. After a scoreless first half, the Bridgemen have scored 3 times in less than half an hour game time. And they lead Dwight Morrow 3-0 in this divisional matchup. Really, all of the seniors have made contributions, which you absolutely love to see on senior night. Many great things about high school sports. The ability to honor what you've done, all the hard work and dedication you've shown over a 4-year span. To yourself, your teammates, your program. You generally want to see the home team do well on senior night. Now here is Lucian Yu with some room to run. Gets it to another senior. That's Alesi. Desar Alesi. Still battling for it. Now Yu controls. And we get a whistle. Long pass ahead for a teammate. Dwight Morrow does keep it in play. Vigodner knocks it out of play. Vigodner and Kaplan playing tonight. Not only playing, but playing well. Kaplan with 3 points tonight, a goal and an assist. And Ilias Alkin is hoping for the shutout. Final dozen minutes of this one. Pass ahead for Alesi. No offsides penalty, but Guzman stepped up and made a nice play. Like Kaplan, Alesi not listed with any goals on the year by NJ.com. Alkin falls on it. Ilias Alkin, another senior for the Bridgemen. Gets past Elizzi, but Talapian is there. Nice play by Guzman. I know he's given up 3 goals here in the second half, but Guzman has played well. It could easily be 4 or even 5-0 for Fort Lee. We get a whistle here, and the clock is stopped with 11:12 remaining in the second half. It looks like the Dwight Morrow goalkeeper is okay. And so we'll play on momentarily. Back underway. Taken away by Fort Lee. That was Vigadner. It goes out of play. Vigadner will throw in for the Bridgemen. Launches it. Out of play. That was actually headed by Vigadner. Who threw that in? Oh, Watanabe. Should have figured. Approaching the 10-minute mark, 10-minute remaining mark in the second half. Fort Lee with a 3-goal advantage on Dwight Morrow. All 3 goals scored here in the second half. Fort Lee will play their final divisional matchup of the year next. That'll be in 3 days on October 24th. That'll be Friday the 24th at Ridgefield Park. Fort Lee has already beaten Ridgefield Park this year. They're in last place in the Big North American at 0-5-1 and 4-9-1 overall. This is Christopher Barrientos, number 3. First time calling his name tonight. He passes it to a teammate. Gordon Cheng boots it high in the air. Stays in play. And we have another clock stoppage. 9:07 remaining in this one. Fort Lee looking to snap their 2-game losing streak. And for Dwight Morrow, this would be a second consecutive loss. And they were shut out in that 3-0 loss in the Bergen Invitational Tournament. That was in the second round at Dwight Englewood. Fort Lee and Dwight Morrow playing out the string here on senior night. Fort Lee honoring Michael Conte, Grant Kang, Emmanuel Nitkin, Ishan Talapian, Kenta Watanabe, Lucian Yu, Ilias Alkin, Gordon Cheng, Nathan Vigadner, Desar Elezi, and Landon Kaplan before the game. They've all contributed. Here is Lucian Yu with it. Knocked away by Guzman. Good save by the Dwight Morrow goalkeeper. Kaplan passing it across the pitch to a teammate. Nitkin sends it towards net, and a save is made. Demba Maine's squad went 9-7-2 last year, and 6-2 in division. Unless they absolutely melt down in the final 8 minutes here, they are going to exceed their win total from last year and guarantee themselves at least a matching of their divisional win total from last year. A throw-in for Fort Lee. But Dwight Morrow controls basically immediately. Long shot handled by Alkin. Another save for Ilias Alkin here on senior night. That gets by Vigadner, and Dwight Morrow heads the other way. Conte was looking for you. His pass didn't get to him. This goes out of play off Dwight Morrow. Finally taken away by Kang. Here's Nitkin with it. Looking for Ilezi, but that pass is quite a ways away from number 26 for the Bridgeman. Things settling down a little bit here as the outcome becomes more apparent. Dwight Morrow set to drop to 7-5-2 on the year and 4-3-1 in division. Fort Lee will in fact get revenge for their loss at Dwight Morrow back on September 18th. The Bridgemen, by winning percentage, have actually been better on the road this year. 5-2 at home and 4-1 on the road. Lucian Yu after this one, but Guzman is right there. Ilezi was also in the area. Final 5 minutes of this one. Alkin sends it past a Maroon Raider and to a teammate. Battling for it near the sideline. Vigadner and Nitkin. Little handshake there between Nitkin and a Maroon Raider. Fort Lee will control. George M. Geraldo makes one more substitution. Kaplan and Kang pass it back and forth. Kaplan has Ilezi in front of him, looks to get it to Ilezi. He doesn't get there. Guzman handles. Landon Kaplan remains in the middle of everything tonight. A goal and an assist for him as that pass to Barrientos goes out of play. Under 3 minutes to go. 3-0 Bridgman. Thrown in by Fort Lee. Here is Kang with it. The Bridgmen will improve to 10-3 on the year and 6-1 in division. They'll also be 6-2 here at home this season. So Fort Lee will remain firmly in first place in the Big North American. Dwight Morrow will remain in third place. Again, they'll be 4-3-1, and then Cliffside Park came into today 4-2 in division. A couple players go down, one on each team. That stops the clock with 1:48 remaining. Landon Kaplan with a goal and an assist tonight. The other goals by Ishan Talapian and Woojin Chun. And along with Kaplan, Grant Kang also has an assist tonight. Dwight Morrow looking to get on the board here. And they will not. Headed out of play by Nitkin as Ilias Alkin is less than 2 minutes away from a shutout victory. Fort Lee's last shutout came on October 6th, a 3-0 victory against Cliffside Park. Long pass by Watanabe to Yu, who has Alesi with him. Gets past Alesi. Watanabe controls. Watanabe looking for his first goal of the year. Passes it to a Maroon Raider. And the ball goes out of play. Final minute here. And one more hand for the Fort Lee seniors as they are all subbed out, minus Ilias Alkin, by Demba Main. And a deserving hand for those Fort Lee seniors. And now Alkin will come off and be replaced by Gaetano Castellano. So they will share this shutout, assuming Dwight Morrow doesn't score here in the final 47 seconds. That was certainly not the intention there for Dwight Morrow. Well, you can't draw it up much better than this. A shutout victory where the seniors massively contribute for Fort Lee. This is Woojin Chun with it, the non-senior goal scorer for the Bridgmen. Knocked out of play by Dwight Morrow, and that'll just about do it. The final is Fort Lee 3, Dwight Morrow's 0, really. a shutout for senior Ilias Alkin and Gaetano Castellano. Demba Main's squad is 10-3 on the year, 6-1 in division. And in their nice pink uniforms here in October, they are 3-2. That includes home and away matches. Thank you so much, everybody, for tuning in here on Senior Night. Want to thank Michael Raftery, the athletic director for Fort Lee. Want to thank everybody who makes these streams possible. Want to thank you, of course, for tuning in. One more time, my name is Tommy Aquilina. The Fort Lee Bridgemen beat Dwight Morrow 3-0 on Senior Night. We will see you next time, everybody. Have a good one.